Hello, my name is Bryan Whitaker. I'm with ID Additives. We offer a full line of purging compounds as well as foaming agent. Today I'm here to show you about our newest product, EcoPro 360. It is a non-toxic, non-hazardous rust remover. You can also use it to flush out your cooling passages to remove calcium, lime scale buildup, any blockages that you may have present. So today I've got a roughly a 20-year-old tool, just to kind of show you. In some of my previous videos there's a little bit of surface rust, which this works very well, but I wanted to get you guys an example of something that has some very heavy rust. So with that, we always start out doing a little test area just to see how long it's going to take to react. I typically recommend doing 30 seconds to 60 seconds to see how much rust will come off, as this stuff works pretty quickly. You'll also notice that I'm using a paintbrush. A little bit goes a long way. So we're going to give that about 30 seconds to go. Since this is heavy duty rust, I'm going to use green Scotch-Brite. Some of you guys that might not be able to use Scotch-Brite at your shop, you can also use a rag to wipe it off, but I assume that if your tools are that delicate, they're not going to get quite to this condition. But nevertheless, it's been about 30 seconds. So I'm going to clean up this area just to see how much is removed. I expect some underlying staining from the rust that's accumulated over the years. We're going to wipe it dry just to see where we're at. And if you want to zoom in, we can see that I've got most of it, but there's that underlying rust that I was alluding to earlier. So we know that we need to apply it again. If you leave this material on too long, you're going to get a chalk white residue, which this product is broken down by water. So you can do one of two things. You can either reapply the EcoPro 360, or you can get a warm, damp cloth and just wipe it off. So we'll do the rest of this here. While I'm giving that some time, I want to remind our viewers that you can find more information on this product as well as the rest of the products that ID Additives offers in the links in the description below. We'll give that a little bit of time. Now when you use this stuff on your tooling, it will leave behind a preventative layer, so this rust should not form again. But again, water breaks it down, so over time, if you're putting a tool in a press and you have a lot of mold sweat going on, that sweat will eventually break down the preventative layer. But for example, if you're seeing surface rust after maybe 2 months of mold sweat, this might prolong that to about 6 months or so. So it's helping elongate the life of those tools, and then your guys in the maintenance shop aren't having to spend hours removing it. You can see I'm not applying a lot of pressure on this. But again, there's our underlying rust on the first pass. The second pass, which is our first test area, you can see that I've removed quite a bit of it. There is still a little bit left, so that just tells me I can either leave it on a little bit longer or I can just make a third coating. And like I said, you just want to do test areas to see how long it's going to take you to clean each of the varying degrees of rust that you might encounter.